Oh man, where are the people?
We killed them and ate their livers.
Welcome to Brickwall Cinema. I'm your host, Chance, and today we have Sergio and Lola with us talking about the Madagascar trilogy. This is going to be a weird episode for us since we're going to try doing a bunch of movies at once. And if you guys like it, leave a comment in the section below.
Exactly. And make sure to emphasize the fact that this was Lola's idea. Like, if you like this idea, you should say, congratulations, Lola, in the comments. I'm sure Chance will love that. You should say exactly that.
All right, so let's start Madagascar 1. Do you want to start? You want to host this episode, Lola, since I feel like this is your idea?
Sure, whatever you like. I was just giving my life story.
Go ahead. Go.
But really, this movie is amazing. Every character, I don't care what anyone says. You're allowed to have your opinion, but every character is awesome. I love King Julian. I love Moore. I love Melman. I love Marty, Alex, Gloria. All of the penguins are awesome. If you don't know each of the penguins' names, I don't know what you've been doing, okay? Skipper is the leader. Rico is the wild card. Kowalski is his second in command. And Private, he's just a cute little guy who's kind of just there for the fun. But we love him. He's awesome.
Yay.
Yay! And I think it's really funny, especially Marty and Alex's dynamic throughout the movie, because they're like best friends, but then he especially gets really mad at Marty because it is partly Marty's fault that they're in this scenario that they're in. He's like, wow, Marty, you got us stuck on an island, but everyone else is kind of into it. And then Marty's like, guys, freedom! And they're all really excited and they're just having a good time. Besides Alex, he's kind of going through it. And, you know, he almost bit his friend. Well, actually, no, he did bite his friend's ass. That is something that didn't.
He also licked it.
I thought it was his ribs that he licked.
No, it's literally his ass. And one thing I love about these movies is they keep that bit throughout the whole movie. Like, if you watch the second bit, there's like a thing where Marty worries about his individuality as
He's saying you all look alike to me.
Exactly. Marty,
all you zebras look alike.
Marty is going through his individuality as a zebra, and then he gets mad at Alex because Alex confuses him with another zebra. And then near the end of the movie, he says, I know it's you. And then he looks at Marty's ass for the fight partner.
Okay. You want to go to initial reactions?
Yes.
All right, go
Sergio,
ahead.
wait, what was your reaction, Sergio, to the first Madagascar movie?
Let me think. I saw it when I was really young. So for me, it was during this time when I was watching a lot of Disney films because they were all animated and kid friendly for me back then. So for me, this felt different because I had a lot of that crude sort of like mean humor. And being a kid, I just kind of like went for that. And it was pretty funny to see this because when I immediately thought of animation, I immediately thought of Disney.
Ignore that.
So then just seeing this different kind of take on animated films during that time was pretty interesting. This was DreamWorks, right? This is DreamWorks?
Yeah,
this is DreamWorks.
It's a DreamWorks production.
How many movies did they come out by then? Were they still new, or was this when they were well on their way to being a big studio?
They're already a big studio at this point. This is like 2005, I believe. Studio. They already had Shrek. I think Shrek 2 came out before this movie. So they were well established.
Okay. All right. So what are we going to talk about first, or does Chance have to say?
I need to see my initial reactions.
Yeah, initial reactions right now.
Since I was also a kid when I first saw it, I don't remember jack shit from when I was a kid when I first saw it. All I can say is how I feel nowadays watching it. And I stand by the fact that this is my favorite trilogy from DreamWorks. I know there are other ones, but I don't care. It's my favorite. I think it's a lot funnier.
You are allowed your opinion.
You are fuming right now. I can already tell over the phone.
You're allowed your opinion. You know, some people choose certain movies as the best movies of the studio. But you know what? That's fine. It's fine. No.
Sound like you're not happy about my opinion about this, Lola.
No, I am. I think you should be happy with whatever one you choose, even though your opinion is wrong. But
Lola, you're terrible at covering your cough.
Stop. Horrible.
That's not how you do it. You're supposed to do it as you cough. You're not supposed to do it after you cough. It defeats the whole purpose of coughing. What you're doing is, that's terrible. That's what you're doing. You should do, that's terrible. like that. That's how you do it. That's how you cough.
For someone with all the wrong opinions, you have a awfully hard time telling everybody what should and shouldn't be correct. So I think you should think about that.
I'm not
But what
wrong.
about you, Sergio?
No. No, we're going back to this. I'm gonna explain why Madagascar is the best trilogy from DreamWorks.
Oh.
Look. Every movie, everything is better. Shut up, Sergio. Everything is better. The humor, 10 times better each movie. And even the beginning, the first movie, nothing wrong with it. It's always funny. No jokes miss. And that's a rarity for every movie to be good. Everyone's consistent. How to Train Your Dragon, so the first 2 movies are really good. The third one, it's all right. Shrek, third one doesn't exist in my opinion. And what else is there? What other franchise that went past 3 movies in the DreamWorks universe?
Oh, you talking about DreamWorks?
Shrek went past the 3 movie mark. He had Shrek Happily Ever After, you dunce.
I just said Shrek.
No, you said Shrek 3. You didn't talk about
I'm
Shrek
talking about how
Happily
this is the
Ever
most
After.
consistent. This is the most consistent trilogy. And by consistent, I mean either it gets better or stays still and how funny it is. I think every movie gets better. So it's just going up the podium.
I think you're misunderstanding, Chance.
No, I know exactly what I'm saying.
I have no qualms with Madagascar.
Sound like you do.
love Madagascar.
Wait, what about Kung Fu Panda?
Exactly. That's my point. I'm just saying that I don't think it's the best.
The third and fourth movies were all right.
I'm just saying I don't think it's the best franchise out of everything DreamWorks has produced. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying this is the best trilogy. Trolls.
Okay.
Sir, did he really
I still don't think that's the best trilogy. You wouldn't like the opinion I have about Trolls because I really like Trolls. I watch all the Trolls TV shows.
I like Trolls too. I like Trolls. I'm just saying I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna bust my gut laughing at Trolls.
Exactly. You and I are 2 different people, Chance. So it makes sense.
Do you laugh a lot when you watch Trolls?
I love everything about Trolls. I love how everything looks like it's crocheted. I love all the bright colors.
I love the
like
animation in
how
it.
they break into song because I love musicals. I love all the Trolls' different designs.
Now look, Lola, I like Trolls. I almost call myself. I like Trolls. I'm just saying.
See, exactly.
Madagascar is for me. It's my type of humor. You want me to explain?
I don't think you need an explanation.
I think I need to explain because
I don't think you need to explain. All I'm saying is I don't think it's the best trilogy. They've literally made Shrek along with Puss in the Boots because
Puss in the Boots?
Puss in the Boots is because he is in that franchise and
that doesn't count.
And How to Train Your Dragon.
No.
Yes, Puss in Boots counts.
If it says the word Shrek in the title, then it counts in that franchise. I'm not counting the Puss in Boots movies. That's different. Yes, it's in the same universe, but I'm considering it as itself.
You know what, Chance? I think we're gonna have different opinions because you're a movie whore. Okay.
What did you just call me?
Oh my god! What the hell?
You're a movie whore.
That's the worst way to say that I like movies.
Yeah. Okay, you're a slut for movies.
That's even worse. Why are you using the slander towards me?
It's slang. People say that all the time. Like
no one calls someone a movie whore or a movie slut. I gotta close my window. I have my windows open. I can't be yelling this out in public.
Yeah, you should probably
shut up. Hold on.
Sergio, haven't you heard somebody say before, like, I'm a slut for cookies? Like something along those lines. That's slang.
Actually,
I'm not saying that literally.
I'm back.
Fuck a movie.
I think people have said that in the more raunchy movies that Chances showed me, like Bottoms, I think.
Exactly. And now he's acting like I'm the crazy one.
You call me a movie slut and whore.
Because you really like
for
movies.
liking Madagascar.
Because I'm saying you really like movies. You're a film major, Chance.
It's unrelated. I like this as a person, not as a movie critic or anything. I just like this as a movie, as a guy, as a person that likes movies. I just watched it. Shut up! No.
You know what? I think I'm gonna skip over whatever Chance is getting into now, and Sergio, ask you, who is your favorite character and why?
In which from
Madagascar,
the Madagascar franchise.
No,
who's your favorite?
Yeah, the trilogy. No, not the franchise. The trilogy.
The trilogy?
Okay,
make it easier.
I think it would have to be Skipper.
Skipper. That's a good one. Why Skipper?
In the first movie, I think my favorite part of that entire movie, which has been memed almost to death, is him giving orders to everyone as they're trying to take over the ship. And he says, like, status, it's no use, Skipper. I don't know the codes. Don't give me excuses. Give me results.
Skipper, I don't know the codes.
Don't give me excuses. Give me results.
Yeah, Skipper is awesome.
Yeah.
He's dirty.
I just like how like they constantly like he constantly gives out orders and you get the feeling he doesn't know what he's talking about, but then everyone else knows what he's talking about, so you're like confused on whether like they're actually elite ops or they just like really lucky bastards. Because that's the whole feeling I got throughout the first movie. It's like I've never seen it the first time. And I'm like, these guys are good, but they're idiots.
They're good, but they're idiots. It's crazy.
And I've never seen the second movie, and I was like, I just like seen them working on the plane with the apes, and then the whole Union scene that was my favorite. And then when Skipper,
the Union.
Where are you giants from?
We're from New York, and we.
All hail the New York Giants.
Personally, I think my favorite characters have always been Marty and King Julian. I just love like what a party animal King Julian is, and he's such a diva. Like everything he said, he's like, "Oh my God, shut up! You're so annoying."
I'm like, okay.
He just does whatever he wants, and I respect that.
We're just trying to find out where the people are. So if you could.
What big teeth you have. Man.
Shame on you, Maurice. Can you not see that you have insulted the freak?
I just feel like he was annoying in the first movie.
You know,
A little bit.
really?
Yes.
it's okay. Your opinion's just wrong. That's okay.
No,
I thought he was-
because
Yes, you're.
Sorry.
what?
You know
Go
what?
ahead, Sue. What were you gonna
Cam?
say?
I just
What were
think
you gonna say, Sergio?
you're Maurice, and me and Sergio are King Julian. Like we love Maurice, but sometimes your opinions are just wrong.
I did get happy when I saw him almost die in the car in the third movie. So
What? What the heck, Sergio? Talk about your opinion. I'm done with chances.
No, I'm not done yet. Wait, no, I didn't even get to explain
Yes.
why I like King Julian. This isn't fair.
Yes.
This episode's not fair. You're not letting me speak my feelings.
You gotta let me express my feelings. You gotta let me fly like a peacock.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
No, you don't get to. Your flying rights have been revoked.
No.
Damn.
You're on the no-fly list.
This is
Wings have
bullshit.
been
No, I'm gonna
clipped.
tell you how I feel about King Julian. God damn it! So King Julian got on my nerves. He was he just won't stop talking and being annoying. I get this as character, so I gave it some leeway because I know that's his character. I get that. Sacha Baron Cohen did a great job voicing his character. He was funny at some points in the movie, but that was it. A few points, but he's in the whole movie.
What is wrong with you?
I'm not done yet.
Everything
Okay.
you're saying is wrong, but continue.
Don't.
I also want to say that I like to move a movie scene. I understand why it's in the movie. I do like it because of the context. Because in other contexts, you might be wondering, why are these lemurs singing this song? Like, how do they know the song in the first place? But
What do you
Sergio,
mean?
you might
It's
know
their
why.
song.
But
Canonically, it's their song within the movie.
Yes.
it's not. It's an actual song that exists. So
it's an
Okay,
actual song.
but canonically within the movies, it's their song.
no, let me finish.
King Julian's song.
Baby, let me finish, please. Thank you. So what I was saying was the plane that crashed early that you see that crash in Madagascar, there's a rumor that the pilot had a mixtape of that song on there, a workout mix. That's why the lemurs know the song.
So wait, why are you asking me? Why do I think they?
I thought you might know this because you look at all these theories and rumors and all this stuff from movies. I thought you might know this.
Yeah.
Really?
Do you know this, or you?
I've heard about these theories, but I never heard this specific one.
It makes more sense than why are you just singing I like to move it out of nowhere. Like, how
Okay,
do
you're
they know the
questioning
song?
you're questioning the logic of an animated movie with people with dancing lemurs.
Exactly. My point exactly.
Oh, and I want this moment to bring up a question I asked earlier about what kind of species the penguins are.
Mhm.
I've tried looking at it. There are no penguins that are that small, or at least none that I know of. If anyone knows about any penguins that are actually that small, please let me know.
Really?
Why are you so fixated
Aren't
on
there-
penguins? And why do you want them
aren't
to
there
do research
small
for you?
penguins? There are small penguins.
No, I know there are Delhi penguins, but they're not that small.
What?
Yeah, Delhi
To
penguins.
be
They're
honest,
like
I've never thought much about the penguin type. I just thought they were framed as small because they're against like really big creatures. Like Melman's a legit giraffe, and Marty's a zebra, Alex is a lion, and Gloria's a hippo. They're
Yeah.
significantly bigger than penguins would be. That's what I
yeah, during the movie, I was watching it, and then the scene where they sneak into the captain's office, you can see his flipper almost like you can see the flipper based on the flipper. He's about the same size as his head, which means that they're that size. And I'm thinking, like, wait a second, there's no penguins that are that small, are there?
Well,
I
aren't
tried-
they Gentoo penguins?
Gentoo penguins?
Yeah, Gentoo penguins.
Gen-
Because they're definitely not king penguins. And originally, I thought they were Adelie penguin.
Yeah, Adelie penguins are small, but they're not that small. They're almost as tall as like a young emperor penguins. How do you spell Gentoo, by the way?
Gentoo, it's Gentoo. But the one that look like most is the Adelie one.
Oh yeah, they look like the Adelie ones, which is why I was questioning it, because I remember penguins from like, especially like from Happy Feet, they are not that small. So I was like, wait, is this just like done because the character designs look like that? Then I tried to looking it up, but I didn't see any.
Or maybe they could be brush-tailed penguins. Or maybe they're just really very rare little penguins, also known as fairy penguins, which are the smallest breed of penguins.
Oh, that would make sense. But the thing is, they wouldn't make sense because in the Penguins movie, they actually show them with a bunch of other penguins that are all around the world.
Then I'm not sure. Okay. You know, one thing I really like throughout these movies is the fact that they actually talk about how their lives are really short. Like when Marty says,
I'm 10 years old. My life is half over. And I don't even know if I'm black with white stripes or white with black stripes.
Like, he actually talks about the fact that 10 years old in zebra years is like supposedly really old. That
is true. But then it also brings up the thing like, are they like middle age because they act very young?
I assumed they were supposed to be like or early 20s because he said half his life. So I'm assuming early 20s, late 30s.
Wait, how long do zebras live for?
Are you looking this up, Sergio? Dude.
Yes.
We don't have time to be looking up every question about penguins or zebras or how old they are.
You should have thought about that. You should have thought about that before you decided to do the entire trilogy, which is going to take over an hour. So let me do this.
Exactly. Let him have fun.
This shit is going to make it longer.
National Geographic.
Okay, so a zebra's average lifespan is 25 years.
So it wasn't wrong.
There.
Kind of.
Done. There. See, you happy?
Not really. I'm not kind of happy. I didn't want this in the first place, so why would I be happy?
Because you're the one who said we should do this, which is obviously I'm going to do stuff because we had the entire time to do this.
Just fuck. God. Okay. Do you have any other notes about Madagascar 1, Lola, Sergio? Wait, why am I saying this, Lola? You're hosting this, Lola. You tell us.
You said that, but then I assumed you went back to being the host because then you said, what are your guys' thoughts?
I'm instinctive. I'm sorry. It's instinctive for me now. We've been doing this for over 80 episodes.
Okay. Some things I like. For one, the animation. I like how they animate the New York scene. Like all the buildings and the light. I love how I really love the jokes in this movie. Like how he says, wow, look at the 1 star tonight. I bet you don't see that in the wild. Even though the wild has better stars because you can see everything.
And it was a helicopter. It wasn't even a star.
It wasn't even a star. That was so funny.
Even the star's out. Not gonna find a star like that in the wild.
Helicopter.
Okay, I do love the animation on this movie a lot because it's different from other DreamWorks movies. Like with Shrek, they're trying to be more realistic. With Shark Tale, they're trying to be more like
cartoonish.
Not cartoonish, more like realistic with the fish and how they look. And try to make it look more like the actors that they're playing with. But with Madagascar, they try doing something completely different where it's more zany, cartoonish animation where they can contort their bodies in a way or stay in the air if they're really pissed off and start throwing things at you while staying in the air. Like the crazy frenetic animation you'll have like in the 90s with old Cartoon Network shows. That's what it sort of gave me a vibes of, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a point in the movie where you see Marty, Marty running, Alex running to
Gloria Melman, Marty Gelman, Gloria, Marty Melman, Marty Gelman.
Alex running to Marty, and when he's running, chasing after him, he's saying, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna clone you, and I'm gonna kill you again. And like you see him running around, and he's like jumping in the air and like pointing him while like suspended in the air for a good like 5 seconds. It was amazing.
Come here! Whoa! Wait, calm down.
Like, I love that.
Marty and Alex is just you and Sergio.
That is true.
But who's who?
Just you and Sergio.
Who's who?
Well, in this scene right here.
I can't bullshit on that because Sergio doesn't even want to get out of his fucking house to go to Anaheim, which is like 30 minutes away from his house.
It is not 30 minutes away. It's over an hour.
Bullshit.
What?
I ain't go over to the house over 30 minutes.
You took me there.
No traffic. No traffic.
It took us over 3 hours.
3 hours to stay there. We're in Knott's Berry Farm. It's going to take more than 3 hours.
That's not in Anaheim.
Yes, it is.
I feel like you would be Marty and then Sergio would be Alex, but it would differentiate between the two movies. I feel like you're Marty in this instance because you're just trying to live out your life, explore yourself. And Alex is like, no. Sergio would be like, no, we're good where we're at.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could see that. To that perspective, yes. Except for the one scene where they're running through the forest, I feel like I would be Marty in the head and Chance would be in the back because of his asthma mostly.
Wow. Screw you too, Sergio. Screw your ADD. I'll make fun of something you have.
Says the man who has ADHD.
I have all the D's. I got ADHD, ADD, IEHP.
What?
I want everybody to know and understand what Chance just said. I have all the D's.
No. No. You know what I mean? Madagascar. Yes. Anyway, so Madagascar.
Hey, Chance.
There's a part of no.
Chance.
No.
Chance.
Lola, can I get to my notes?
I just want to ask you a question. Chance.
No, Lola, Sergio. Yes. Lola, please, let's go to our notes. Babe, please host us and go to our notes. Let us go to our notes.
Okay. These nuts. All right. What are your notes, guys? Let's compare and contrast.
I thought it was weird when Marty said, it's like a puffy party.
I don't remember him saying that. A puffy,
puffy party?
Yes.
I thought he said something. I thought he said Diddy.
No, it's the same. It's the same person. It's the same person.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that it's his actual name.
It's like a Diddy party.
Yes. When they first see the lemurs dancing to I Like to Move It, he's like, it's like a puffy party.
California animals. Dude.
This is like a puppy party.
I like to move it.
Yes! Okay,
there he is.
You see?
Okay, so somebody said it. It just wasn't Melman. It was Marty.
I said Marty.
Oh, I heard you say Melman. My bad. But all right. So Marty said it's like a puffy.
Wait, why do you say puffy party?
Puffy, it was also a name of Diddy. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Puffy.
Oh, yeah. But why he said Puffy, though? I guess it's just my question, like, why he said
Same
Puffy
thing.
instead of what he was known as back then.
He's called all the names. He was called Love at one point. Brother Love.
Ew.
But yeah.
All right. Chance and Sergio, what are your favorite scenes?
When Alex, Melman, and Gloria are trying to catch up to Marty after he left the zoo.
Hello? Get me missing animals! And hurry! We've got a lost zebra, probably on the way to Connecticut by now, and we're gonna need... Wait a second. We can't call the people. What the...
I was wondering about that. Like, I remember in the second movie how they go into like this whole ritual fight pit thing.
Hop! It's hop, shuffle, ball change, hip swish, turn around.
And then I think back to this. I'm like, Alex is incredibly strong for a lion who has never fought before.
Yeah.
But they don't show that a whole. They don't show that a whole lot besides just this one scene.
What's next, Lola?
Well, did Sergio already talk about his favorite scene?
Oh yeah, I talked about it before when I was talking about the penguins, like how Skipper's my favorite character because I just like seeing him like giving orders to them when they're at the captain's brig as they're trying to hack the boat.
Right. Let me think. And shut him up!
Well, if anyone doesn't have any other notes, we could move on to Madagascar 2.
Okay, let's go to Madagascar 2.
What is all this rock and roll racket?
Is she dead? No.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about Madagascar.
Madagascar 2!
Escape to Africa. Okay, Let's get into this one. I'm so excited to talk about this one. All right.
Me too. Okay, starting off, this is a bit later on in the movie, but can I just say, I love how Nana makes another appearance in this movie. It just beats the shit out of Alex again. And the fact that not only does she beat the shit out of him again, she recognizes Alex. She's like, it's the bad kitty. I just think that's so funny.
It's the bad kitty. How do you like some of that?
I want to talk about the intro to the movie.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna have a hot take here. I think that Madagascar 2 Escape from Africa has one of the best sequel intros in any movie in cinematic history.
Really?
I mean,
in
I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's pretty good.
Shut up, Sergio. I'm right. Trust me.
Oh,
So,
what?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure Trump said the same thing, bro.
Are you comparing me to Trump right now?
Oh.
I'm just saying I don't think that's the kind of thing you wanted to say, Jess.
I did not. You're right. I did not mean to say that. Sorry. What were you saying, Sergio?
I was gonna say, like, I'm not sure if it's the best in my opinion, but I do see what you're saying by it being really good.
Yeah, I would agree that it is pretty awesome sauce.
Because look, I want to explain it to the people who aren't aware. So in Madagascar 2, Escape from Africa, a brief rundown of the movie is after being stuck in Madagascar for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or so, these 4 animals, they're like, hey, we got to go. So then the penguins that are there are like, hey, we made this plane. The plane's ready to go. Let's go. They leave.
Wait,
they fall down.
How long were they there?
I don't know. I'm guessing as long as they are in the movie, like how long it takes for the movies to come out, that's how long they are in the movie. Like how long it takes. Since they don't give us a real time frame.
But that would mean that the time between the other 2 films, that means they would be near the end of their lifespan.
So, Sergio, why would you bring up this dark shit? They're not going to mention that. See, that's why they don't tell you.
Okay. But this movie does get very dark compared to the first one.
Let me finish explaining. Shit, I'm not even done with the explanation on this movie.
I mean, they do try to self-sacrifice Melman. Even though technically it is consensual because Melman volunteered to do that. But pretty crazy.
I was saying it got dark because it shows Alex actually being kidnapped from his family, and when his dad tries to save him, he gets shot.
Oh.
See, I was gonna try to explain it. You son of a bitch. I was trying to finish explaining all of this, but you just came in and fucking swooped in like a fucking vulture you are, and come and told everyone what I was gonna say. You stole my thunder, Sergio.
You do know you can just edit me out saying it, right?
No.
Yeah, just say it again.
God, fucking asshole, Sergio.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, Sergio.
Okay.
What I was gonna say was the opening's amazing. Look, this is what we get in the intro. We find out the origin story for Alex the lion. Find out that he clearly doesn't give a shit about being vicious. He wants to have fun and have fun doing drama. That's awesome. Well, let me finish talk. I'm not done yet, Sergio. Shut up. Look, so it starts off with him in his origin story with his dad. Then we find out that he gets shot and gets stuck in a crate and gets taken to New York. Just like in the first movie, we get that point of view of him in the box in the crate, which is expanding on something we haven't seen in the original movie, but also makes it to where it has a bigger context in this movie without hindering how you feel about the last movie. Great way to open a movie. Not only that, it has a fucking banger song from will.i.am, the Traveling Song, which is awesome because it has a rendition of the song played by Hans Zimmer doing a score for it, which is awesome. I can't play you a snippet of it because YouTube will copyright the crap out of it, but it's really cool.
Okay. I think it would have been better if I actually had stopped you because that was a whole lot of stuff and I got confused halfway through.
Fine, you explain it.
You want me to explain the opening?
Yeah, explain the opening then. Go ahead. I thought I nailed it, but go ahead.
Well, it starts off with showing Alex in his youth with his father. And then during a fight between his father and Zuba, who is the enemy, who is the antagonist, he gets lured out of the reservation that his family lives on and is captured by humans. When his father finds out, he chases after him but gets shot and taken off the trail, while Alex is left in a crate going downstream and is downstream into the ocean, bringing reference to the first movie, until he's found by people in New York, which doesn't make much sense when I think about it, and is put into a zoo as the star because he loves to dance. And he'd never seen a dancing lion before. And it basically picks up with a sort of short recap from the news station of what happened in the first movie.
Okay, great. Thank you for explaining that for everyone. The one thing I was excited to talk about is ruined.
Okay. What were everyone's initial reactions to this movie? To be honest, when I first saw this movie, I cried in the beginning. I was like, what? Alex wasn't born in the zoo? He was kidnapped?
I think in both contexts it sucks.
I guess so, but it's just so much more sad. I'm like, oh my God.
I thought it would have been sadder if he was born in the zoo, because that would mean that his parents are there, which would make it darker, because that would mean that he never knew his parents. But even in this one, he does.
God.
Yeah. Then even in this one, he never knew his parents, but his parents are still alive.
Wow. You guys love pain. Damn.
I could get darker if you guys want me to.
No, Sergio, that's the last. No, please. Sergio,
No.
you always
Sergio,
go some
no.
dark shit and it never helps anyone ever.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am dead serious.
Sergio, don't
Anyway.
do it. No.
Okay, I'll go then. I'll go since Sergio's going to make people want to snap their necks.
Damn, you got darker than I did.
No.
You just said people were gonna snap their neck.
You know, hell, I might snap my neck after all this.
Crazy.
What?
Later.
Oh.
Oh, why did you make that so? Oh my
All right.
God. Okay.
I guess we could just go on with our thing then. All right. So
Yeah.
what did you already said your initial response? Did you?
Me? Oh, yeah. I did not. So
You
I was
did not
talking-
cry during the opening of this movie?
no,
Or are you saying you didn't talk about your reaction?
I didn't talk about my opinion on the rest of the movie. I always just talk about the opening.
All right, talk about your.
I love this movie. I really liked it. I'm not sure if it's better than the first one for me. I think it's on par with the first one.
I like to move it, move it.
He likes to move it, move it.
She likes to move it, move it.
We like to.
Did you guys listen to the music for the movie?
Not
Me?
religiously, no. Only when I watched the movie.
Yeah, me too.
Apparently, will.i.am did a couple of songs for the movie. Do you know will.i.am?
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
I did not know who will.i.am is until Rio.
Yeah, like he voiced Moto Moto. You know his songs though,
I didn't know
Sergio.
William was Moto Moto. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like you know his songs, Sergio.
Yeah, I realized I know about him. I know about some of his songs.
Like he did a rendition of "I Like to Move It" for the soundtrack.
Okay,
Oh.
that is something I do have an opinion about. I like the first one from the first movie better.
Really?
Yeah. I used to watch this movie because I did like it better than the first one because it had a deeper and more touching story. But listening to the credits, I was like, I missed the first one. I just like it better than this one.
I feel like I like the music in the second one a lot more because not only
The music
the
throughout all the
music's
movies, I
awesome.
feel like have been always good.
But the second one, it stands out a lot more for me. Sergio, your opinion on Madagascar 2?
I do like this one a little bit better than the first one. The first one's good for when you just want to watch a good movie and have a good laugh. This one feels like it has those elements. It feels like it's more trying to lead it more into a story that connects with you more.
Yeah, I feel like also it's very more gag heavy than the first one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like even the scene with them about to fall down in a plane and everyone confessing how they feel about each other. And it's like Alex telling Marty,
I broke your iPod! What? The buttons were so small! It made me mad! The horror! I'm sorry! I'm gonna kill you! It was accident!
and while they're about to fight, you hear Melman saying,
Get you do it!
I love you, Gloria. I always have.
That is one thing I really love. Like Melman and Gloria's romance. I know everybody else probably thinks it's stupid, but I think they're a cute couple. I think it's cute.
Also, another thing that they talked about in this movie in the intro, which also makes it also really cool, they introduced something that we haven't seen in the first movie, but find a way to make it seem like they always liked each other. Yes, they retconned it, but I don't care. I thought it was actually really cool.
I don't like the looks of this guy.
Well, I think he's kind of cute.
I think he's kind of a show-off.
You think he's cute?
Start coughing like a little asthmatic kitty is, but you see what I mean? Like they don't mention the first
He's
movie
just
at
like
all.
you for real, Chance, and asthmatic.
No.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say he's an asthmatic, Sergio?
What do you define as an asthmatic?
Someone who has
Someone who
asthma,
has
Sergio.
asthma.
Oh,
It's kind
Yeah,
of
aren't-
self-explanatory.
I mean, then isn't it obvious you are because you do have asthma?
Exactly, Sergio.
I love the character designs on like all the animals in this movie. I feel like they found a great blend of like I know we talked about the animation already in the first movie, but again, like every movie has better animation, and I want to bring a shout out to the character animation, like the character models, because they found a great medium between anthropomorphic animals, but also where they're able to act like they're actual animals, like move like them, which is a really thing, which is something you don't really see that often. It's more like either they're fully like more human than animal or more animal than human. You don't usually have a in between like this. Like you see Melman walk around like a giraffe every once in a while, but then again, out of nowhere, he'll start walking on his hind legs. Or like and also the fact that he always needs to bend his neck in crazy ways to be in eyesight with everyone else. I always think that was really funny to me. And like how his neck just basically
It is funny. How Melman moves as a whole around his friends is hilarious.
His neck looks like he has no bones in it at all in certain scenes, or like just random bones in certain places. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, zebras' necks are really flexible. I assumed.
Actually,
I don't know
not
if
that.
that's true or not.
Actually, they're not that flexible.
Yeah,
Their bones are so
exactly.
huge.
What?
Their
I feel
bones.
lied to by this movie.
Yeah, the bones in their neck are so unbelievably huge that they require that are actually bigger than ours, but require
Does
special.
that mean they can't bend their necks?
Not like the way you think.
I just
Not
think
the way I would think.
like the point that got me
Wow.
laughing about it the most was when you see them in the crates in the first movie, because in the crates you see Melman is struggling to stay up the whole time because he like his neck's like always crooked in the box every time.
Because he can't even fit in there. It's too small. His neck's too big.
It's a transfer. It's a zoo transfer.
Zoo transfer? Oh, no. No, I can't be transferred. I have an appointment with Dr. Goldberg at 5.
Back to what we were referring to.
Do you guys have any favorite scenes?
I like the scene where Alex meet his like mom and dad, and he's like kind of freaked out because his mom's looking at the birthmark, and he's like, "No, it's Alex, like New York Knicks." And he's looking at us and it's like, guys, this is kind of weird.
Super. Look.
Oh, I've always had that. The vet checked it out. It's really, it's kind of a beauty spot, really.
Mark.
All right, this is a little weird.
I love that. I never noticed it when I was a kid, but the birthmark that they have on their hands, it's just Africa.
Of course.
I never realized that.
That's why he's king, Chance. He's the ultimate African.
What? See, I was gonna say he was the Lion King, but sure.
Exactly. He's the Lion King because he's the ultimate African.
Damn.
He's so African, he has the African birthmark.
Wait, where are they in Africa? I just thought about that.
The desolate part of Africa.
That's a lot of places in Africa. It's a continent.
I don't know.
They're on the wildlife preserve.
You know, I do want to mention. I remember when they announced that they're going to do Madagascar 2. I have a copy of, I think, B movie where they mentioned it was Ben Stiller talking about saying, "Hey, we have this new movie coming out, Madagascar 2," and they had a different title for it. Do you guys remember? It was called. They're going to call it The Crate Escape.
That makes no sense.
The Crate Escape.
The Crate Escape, like a box crate.
That doesn't make sense for the second movie.
You don't remember this?
That would have made no sense.
Am I going? I know I'm not crazy. I remember seeing
crazy?
this.
No, he's not crazy. I'm pretty sure he's probably heard about that, like in a sneak peek or something. But we've never seen that.
It was in the opening to the DVD. I swear, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Okay, you're not crazy.
Yes,
We just don't know what you're talking about.
I'm showing you. Hold on.
That I'm back playing the voice of Alex the Lion in the incredible new film Madagascar, The Crate Escape. That's right, The Crate Escape, because everybody's in crates. There's an escape, there's crates, and they escape. And I don't give away anything by saying there's an escape. There are crates, there is an escape, but it's a crate movie.
See, are they fucking with us? Are they fucking with us?
He lied.
I don't remember him saying it so many times.
Yeah, there were 0 crates in that.
We were promised crates.
There was one with the baby cub in the beginning of the movie.
But he did not escape.
That doesn't count because that was the past crate. We're supposed to get current crates, future crates.
He might have been messing with us. I swear, I don't think he's messing with us, but he might have been, because the fact that he's saying the crate escape, get it? Because they're all in crates, because there's gonna be a lot more crates in this movie. Crate escape, get it? Like the great escape, like we get it.
Maybe they were messing with us, or maybe that's what he was told was happening and he didn't know. I don't know.
Yeah. With the second
So,
movie.
how did you guys feel about Melman as a whole, his character arc throughout the movie? Because I think it's very interesting. Because he's been like in love with Gloria ever since they were kids, and then Gloria starts dating this guy Motomoto, and he's like trying to accept this, all while he kind of finds something he really likes to enjoy. Like he likes medicine, and then he becomes their witch doctor. Then next thing you know, they're like, "Oh no, you have brown spots," even though he's a flippin' giraffe. And now Melman thinks he has this disease and he believes he only has 24 hours to live. So he goes, confronts Motomoto, tells him how awesome Gloria is and that he loves Gloria, but, Gloria loves him and that he should take care of her. Which I think was really mature for him. To be honest, rewatching this, because I haven't seen the movies in a while. I was like thinking about it, and I was like, I think it's surprising that they went that route instead of like him just being a jealous jerk and saying, "Moto Moto, I don't like Moto Moto, get out." Like along those lines.
You know, I feel like they made this subplot because of David Schwimmer and his role in Friends. Because this felt like this felt like a Ross and Rachel episode.
Really?
Yeah, Friends.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Actually, no, it'd be a lot more cringeworthy if it was Ross and Rachel, because he would have been like very jealous of Motomoto and make a big scene out of it, and then next Gloria would be like, "Leave me alone! I just want to have fun," And then they start arguing, and then they get together, and next they break up for a day, and then they come back and like, "How dare you have sex with another giraffe?" And they're like, "We were on a break."
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, I went on a whole tangent there.
That would have been crazy, but I'm really glad they didn't go that route.
I watched too much Friends.
You love Friends.
I really do.
But yeah. And can we talk about how selfless Melman is also? Okay. And his love for Gloria. He loves Gloria so much. And of course his other friends too, but I feel like this was more focused to Gloria. So that they don't all die, he sacrifices himself. Even though King Julian literally said their chances were 50-50 of this sacrifice to the gods work, he chooses to be the sacrifice to the gods just so Gloria could have the chance of water. Like, I thought that was really sweet and beautiful. Dumb, but really sweet and beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Is there any other notes you guys have for Madagascar 2?
The monkeys and the penguins dynamic through this movie were really fucking funny. I love seeing the monkeys, even though, like, in the first movie, I feel like we only get to see the monkeys a few times, and we're not really, like, the monkeys are just there. And this one, I feel like the monkeys are more felt, and I enjoy their humor. Anyways, what do you think about the monkeys in this movie, Sergio?
I really like them. They didn't really do a whole lot, but I guess I kind of liked it because the little time they did have, you just showed them doing like either gags or just jokes. And the only time they actually got serious was when they went to that union scene, and when they were bringing all the other apes together to increase the workforce.
Yeah, that was awesome. Especially, I love the scene where the monkeys are all like holding hands and make like a rope to save Alex and his dad. That scene I think is just so awesome.
Yeah,
love that.
I think one of my favorite scenes, I have a few, but one of my favorite scenes is when Alex and the old lady get into a fight. They're just like, you just see Alex like take her off the cart, and he runs at her, waving his arms around.
Yes. He's like, "I hate you. It's you from last time."
it just like, that just reminds me so much of like so many other beefs, and then they just stand there, start punching each other in the face, not moving.
Yes. Also, going back to the scene I previously talked about, the scene where all the monkeys like were made themselves into a rope, it really reminded me of Toy Story, because they did that in Toy Story with the red toy monkeys, like the barrel monkeys. Yeah. I believe I think it was the second movie?
Third.
Yeah, the third. Okay.
Remember, because when they're in the incinerator.
Wait, that's not when they made a rope of monkeys?
Yeah.
No, they didn't make a rope of monkeys.
Like the barrel of monkeys was in the second movie, because how they were saved in the third movie in the incinerator was because of the aliens. Wait, no, and then they found like the claw, and they were like, the claw.
It was the third movie because it was at the beginning of the movie when they're on the train, wasn't it?
No.
No.
There were barrel monkeys in the third movie. I know this for a fact.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, but they didn't save them.
Right? Like, that was the aliens. The aliens saved them with the claw.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
No.
Yes, that's how it happened.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the point is, Madagascar 2 was really good. I enjoyed it. A fun time. All of the Madagascar movies are a fun time.
Look at me! Don't look at me when we argue! Look at the road!
Be cool! Hi, officer. Is there a problem?
Hi.
Now let's get into the third one, which I really like, but apparently Chance hates. So
no, fine. We're not fine. We'll go to the third movie. Okay, we're on the third movie now. Okay.
You can just feel the hatred.
Shut up, Sergio. You don't know what I think about the third movie.
Out of him.
You don't know what I think about the third movie, Sergio. Neither do you, Lola.
I can tell you're passionate.
What
which
did I
means you're
do?
really
What the
happy or
heck?
really angry.
You know what, Chance? I think I should put you in timeout.
Timeout? No.
Yes. What are you talking about right now?
I'm saying that you two don't know how I feel about the third movie. Okay, so Madagascar 3. I think it's very underrated.
Okay, so he does like it.
Yes. I never said I didn't like it. You just assumed I didn't like it because I compared it to the first and second movie.
I remember you earlier on saying that the third one was your least favorite.
I like it a lot.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was wrong then.
No, I'm just saying that I liked it. I just didn't like it as much as the first two movies. But I still really like it. I think it's still really funny. I think it's very much in the same vein as the first. It's different. I think it's its own category for the third movie.
What?
If you let me explain. Look, so
all right. I guess we can let you explain this time.
Okay, look. So this movie has a lot of things on it, like a lot more things in it than the last two movies. First of all, this is in a different era of DreamWorks. I mean, yes, the first two were different eras. First one was like still them developing franchises, so they're having more standalone movies. Second one, like the B movie era, where they were distributed by Paramount, where they had like Over the Hedge, Shark Tale, and stuff like that. Now this is a different era. This is the 3D era of DreamWorks. Their Multiverse of Aliens, their Shrek 4s, their Madagascar 3s, where everything had to pop out of the screen. And I think this is a different type of movie in that essence, in a way, where they're trying to make sure they showcase how great the 3D is. Instead of having more just focus on the character and story, it's more focusing on spectacle as well, if that makes any sense.
All right, then. Okay, I actually really like your opinion.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Like, what do you think, Sergio?
I just took it as like a leap into like the technology it takes into making these movies just got better and they got more experienced with it. So the way I see it, I just saw it like as them just getting better with this animation style.
They did.
All I know is,
but they're making.
I hope you guys will be okay. I know you guys are getting older, especially Chance. Like,
Lola, have you forgotten that there's a 24-year-old in the chat right now?
I'm not 24.
It's 23.
Still older than me.
Is your best friend?
Yes.
How do I know his age?
It's not important.
I think it is. But I'm just saying, Chance, like, you're getting old, and I feel like I'm going to feel like the Alex scene.
Why are you guys so elderly?
Now, when was the last time you looked in the mirror?
What?
Bam.
Dang. Guys are going to go scared. I'm praying for you guys.
But anyway, I think this is a really cool way to have another sequel. And it's sort of like a conclusion to the Madagascar franchise, or the trilogy. I should say trilogy. You know what I mean?
I felt like this movie was a great conclusion.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
And that's my initial thoughts on the movie.
Especially
go ahead.
The villain in this movie. Oh my gosh. I think she's so cool and awesome. Like like imagine Nana, but a lot more ruthless. She is out to get Lion.
She's busting walls down.
For real.
I've seen like memes of that, like seeing her comparing her to Goku going Ultra Instinct.
Yes. I really love the chase scene with her and the animals. I think it's funny.
Oh my god,
especially
that chase scene.
When Marty starts driving, he's like, "Officer, is there a problem?"
I love that scene, but it's right before that where he's like, "Oh wait, cool, be cool, be cool, be cool." "Oh, officer, is there a problem?" He's just like the point like he yelled, "Be cool, be cool," like he's hiding weed or something.
For real.
Oh my gosh.
That might be the opening to the episode.
It should be the opening to the episode.
But watching this also,
I thought the opening would be just Alex like calling the police and like ripping off the telephone pole.
No, that's for that. That's for that episode.
One as well.
Are we doing
one for each movie?
Are we doing 3 different episodes right now?
No, they're segments.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Segments.
Okay.
But yeah.
What else is there? So Sergio, what are your initial thoughts on the movie?
My initial thoughts?
What are your thoughts?
This went more into comedy than the other two.
Really?
Yes. Well, for me, anyways, because I felt like there's a lot more jokes and humor in this one than the first two. So I guess for me, this felt more towards like what what happens to a lot of franchises when they kind of run out of ideas of what to do next. They kind of just go really into slapstick humor, and then they think of the story seconds, where they just try to keep it entertaining and don't really give it too much substance. Not to say this thing is bad; it's fun, it's a good time, but it's really fast paced for me, and also a lot more humor than the other two, as I said before.
Maybe that's why I liked it a lot more.
Well, me personally, the reason I love the movie is like when they get to the circus and like near the end of the movies when they do Circus Americana, like it's so colorful and bright and cool. Like the trapeze scene, the scene where Marty is going, I think, upside down on his motorcycle. It's just awesome. It's so mesmerizing. I love it.
Wait, Marty isn't the one on the motorcycle. That's King Julian.
Yeah, isn't it? Or no, sorry, not motorcycle. Marty is like the one who's getting popped out of the cannon. The bear was the one who was riding the motorcycle backwards. Yeah.
Anyways, do we have anything else to talk about the third movie?
I think that's everything.
Yeah, do you guys want to do Penguins of Madagascar?
Yeah, I would really like to do Penguins of Madagascar.
Okay, you want to talk about it right now or you want to do it later? Because you could talk about it right now.
I'll do it later when everyone has seen the movie.
Okay.
Kowalski, what are our coordinates?
For my calculations, we've arrived in the center of Dublin, Ireland.
All right, so you're lucky, guys. We're adding a bonus episode. So now we're talking about Penguins of Madagascar because Lola insisted we watch it to complete the trilogy or the franchise.
Because you can't say, here's the full trilogy and you're missing a movie.
I mean, you can because it is 1, 2, and 3, which is the definition of a trilogy.
No, it's connected to this movie. It literally circles back to where they were previously at the circus.
It's a spin-off.
It's connected. No, it's connected.
Yeah, it might be connected, but it's not in the...
It counts.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
Danger zone.
So, who would you guys say is your favorite character? I personally liked Agent Classified.
Wait, that's not... Wait, oh, are you leading it still, Lola?
No, that was a genuine question. I wanted to know.
Well, let's wait. We got to talk about how we feel about the movie first. Initial thoughts.
Okay.
So what were your initial thoughts on the movie, Lola?
I remember seeing the trailer for this before seeing it in theaters with my mom. I loved everything about this movie because I thought the Penguins were the best iconic group ever, and no one can tell me otherwise. So going in, I already loved this movie before it even gave me really anything. And then after seeing it, I was like, wow, Dave is the best villain ever. This is awesome.
All right. Now, what about you, Sergio?
Let me see. I remember watching this movie, and I genuinely enjoyed it. I didn't really expect too much from it because it was a spinoff from Madagascar, which itself isn't that serious. It's mostly just meant to be played for laughs. And there was some pretty good moments, like emotional moments I saw from this movie. And I'm not saying this movie is good or is that great or anything. It's good for what it is, but that's about it. All it is. It's just a well-contained comedic story that you can have a good time.
All right. So let me see what I think about the movie.
Yes. What did you think about it?
Okay. So me going into it, I was not excited to watch it. But that, I mean, right now for this episode, I wasn't as excited. I loved every other movie in the Madagascar franchise. But when I saw this in theaters, I thought it was just all right. And that was the only time I saw it. Until now, man. What I think about it now.
You admit you were wrong.
I'm not done speaking, Lola.
You're not answering the question. You admit
Sergio,
you were wrong.
please.
Okay, finish your statement first.
I had a lot of fun watching it. I was wrong.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. Thank you.
I was so wrong.
And now he's singing the Chance is Wrong song.
Look, I don't know. What else do you want guys to talk about with this movie? Because I'm kind of a blank on this one. I
want to know,
yeah.
How did you and Sergio feel about the actors and jokes that they had later on in the movie with the octopuses?
Helen, hunt them down! William, hurt them! Hallie, bury them! Hugh, Jack, man the battle stations! Kevin, bake on! We're still gonna need that victory keg!
Yes, what were your guys' thoughts on that? I mean, I already know Chance loved it because he was dying laughing as soon as they said, Hugh, Jack, man, the station's now.
I didn't know that he did that at first. So when those are saying, Chance, you're gonna love a moment in this movie later with the villains and the sidekicks, I'm like, what do you mean by that? Like, you'll see. I didn't expect that. So I'm like, oh shit. A lot of it is just me saying, oh shit, like just catching me off guard. I didn't expect this movie to be as funny as the Madagascar movies. I thought it'd be more meh.
See, you should have more faith. I mean, they had the same people who worked on Madagascar. So why wouldn't this movie be just as funny? Gotta have faith, Chance.
Well, because I don't really care about the Madagascar penguins that much. I like them in the movie.
What?
I like them in small doses and in the TV show, but that was it. They're my least favorite part of Madagascar movies until the third movie.
I can't believe you would say that, considering they're the ones that, if you really think about it, got the whole franchise started.
Yeah, I know that. I get that.
Marty got the idea to even do what he did.
Yeah, I get that. I think that's funny, but that's in small doses. Penguins of Madagascar remind me a lot of the Minions in how they had small roles in the first few movies, but every movie that came along after that, they got more and more popular, which meant they got more and more screen time in the movies, which led to them having their own spin-off movie where it focuses on them doing another side mission and somewhat connected to the original movie. And then both movies ends up with the two, like with the Minions stuck on a boat about to eat each other. And in Madagascar and Penguins of Madagascar, they do the same bit. But in this one, they just start eating ass instead of eating each other's heads like bananas.
Whoa.
Yes.
I know that's what happened, but he was just trying to eat him. He was hungry.
Yeah,
not saying
he started ass first.
That's what Alex did too, though. Alex bit Marty's butt, and they make a nod to this in the second movie where he uses the bite mark on his butt to be like, "Hey, that's my zebra right there, guys. That's my Marty."
That's
they
my
both
Marty.
bit. Yes, that's my Marty.
Yeah, okay. But that's just my thought about it. That's why I wasn't really excited to watch this movie.
Okay. Well,
And besides,
after seeing this movie, would you say you love it more now that you gave it a second watch?
Yeah, it's better than other DreamWorks movies that came out around this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I stand by that.
Who shall not be named.
What do you mean?
Because you're not saying like which movies.
Oh, you want me to say it? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're going to get mad at me and say, what? Those are great.
Okay, well, what is it? Should I be concerned?
You might be pissed at me for saying it.
Oh no. What are you going to say?
Hold on, let me get the list up so I can make sure I get it right.
Watch him say one of my favorite movies of all time, Shrek Happily Ever After. He just goes straight for the kill. Yeah, one of your well-beloved movies, horrible.
Yeah, no, that's not what I was going to do.
I genuinely thought you were going to do.
So the era I'm talking about is the 20th Century Fox era DreamWorks movies.
Oh, okay. Which one specifically? Because I'm already looking at names and I'm already getting scared. Oh no.
So
please tell me you don't mean Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
No, I love Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Are you going to try badmouthing Mr. Peabody and Sherman to me? I love Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
I love that
Bullwinkle.
movie.
I love all thing about it. I was going to say How You Trained Your Dragon 2.
Wait, what?
What? Nah, tell me you're joking.
I'm not done yet. It's better than Home.
No.
Better than Kung Fu Panda 3.
What?
Wait, what?
Yes. Better than Turbo.
Better than what?
A lot of things are better than Turbo. Yeah, exactly.
Gosh.
See?
Oh my gosh.
Better than
else?
Boss Baby.
Yeah, that I agree with. Yes.
I agree with that one.
Yeah.
But that came out, just to be clear, like 3 years after.
I'm just saying that era of DreamWorks, it was not hitting every mark, in my opinion, for me.
Wow. Okay. So you think it's better not only than How to Train Your Dragon 2, but Kung Fu Panda 3. See, this is a wild take. Especially, oh my god.
It should not be that wild of a take. My favorite franchise in DreamWorks is Madagascar.
We meant because
I know we did. If you think about it, maybe I shouldn't be that concerned, but you have so many interesting takes. Now I'm concerned. What's happening here? What's going on? Did an alien get in your head? What's happening?
What?
These takes are astronomically crazy.
Not that astronomically crazy.
Yes.
But you know what? You're allowed your own takes, even though they're wrong. But yeah, I think everyone should be allowed their opinion, I'm sure Sergio
when you say that means that my answer is wrong and you just don't agree with me, but you want to be nice about it.
I mean, isn't that what we always do on here?
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, even if it's wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You're trying to be so blunt.
I can't hear what?
I'm laughing. I said I couldn't. I didn't expect Sergio to be so blunt like that.
Yeah, when am I not blunt?
I guess, but it was how you just said it so deadpan. You're like, wow, sounds like something you guys say. Isn't that what we always say? What?
I'm here to sprinkle a little bit of spice into this stuff.
Right.
Anyway, back to the movie.
Yeah. Back to your interesting opinions.
So you're talking about let's talk about the connect.
Sorry.
So you mentioned how this movie tied into the last movie, Madagascar 3.
Yes.
Do you think that it weaved itself into the story well?
I think it did. It all made sense. Because I don't think it was trying to say it's happening the same time as movie 3. It's happening after the fact. They just went back to the circus for a bit, which made sense because they were going to different areas because they were looking for the other penguins because Dave stole all the penguins. So it made sense. It wasn't just, hey, so now we're here. It like perfectly transitioned into that. And then it made sense how they got to where they needed to go because of the canon.
What about the references?
So, the references?
Yeah. Like, for example, when it showed Dave's backstory about being shipped over to new places, his first place he went to was San Diego.
Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry. And then when when Agent Classified and his group was shipping them off, they were shipping them back to Madagascar.
Yeah.
The callbacks were all really good, especially because it zooms into it so you really get to see it and you're like, oh my God, we're back to movie 1 again.
Let's talk about this villain. Because I want to talk about this villain played by the great John Malkovich.
Yes, the great John.
You don't know who he is, Sergio, do you?
You showed me the movie with him.
Do you know which one? I don't believe you. I don't believe you remember. Who is John Malkovich, Sergio?
He's an actor, the old guy in John Malkovich.
Wait, he has his own movie?
Being John Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
Did not
and
see
Chance,
that.
you showed me that trailer. I seen it.
I just know he's a really big actor. And we saw him in one of the recent movies we watched. We saw him in Opus, the movie with Adebri.
Yeah. And he was also in Transformers 3.
Exactly.
He was the boss.
Yeah. Why didn't you think I knew him? Who he is?
Well, because no one I talked to knows who John Malkovich is.
Has he been in any movie that we would actually go out and see?
I think they know. They probably just don't remember. Because I usually need a picture to remember an actor.
True. And to be honest, John Malkovich, a lot of his roles aren't really like in your face kind of roles, ones that really grab your attention a whole lot. So it's really hard to pick him out of a crowd.
I agree.
The humans know me as Dr. Octavius Brine, renowned geneticist. I am Dave! Dave!
Animation on Dave when we first see him as a human, because I didn't remember he was a squid when I first saw him. So I'm looking at him like moving around like, God, what is up with this guy?
Oh.
He is contorting his whole body like he has no limbs at all. Oh. And the moment that freaked me out the most was when he fell down and got his whole body tied up. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. There's some Cronenberg shit right here.
Also, can I just say, rewatching this movie with Chance was hilarious because I felt like Chance didn't really remember anything. So the scene of him transforming into the octopus was hilarious. He was like, oh my gosh, what's happening?
I'm like, how does he have the suit? Why, what, huh?
Yes, he had so many questions. It was hilarious, especially when he went into that pose. Chance was like, why is he built like that?
Brenda Cronenberg?
Reminds me so much of Dr. Octopus in this scene.
Doc Ock?
Yeah.
Doc.
Because his name is that, isn't it?
No.
Oh, isn't it supposed
Dr.
to be a
Octavius
nod to that?
Brine.
Yeah, I thought that was supposed to be a nod to him. Was it not?
Actually, that wouldn't make sense.
I don't think it's a reference to him. I think it's a reference to an octopus
Oh,
Like
well, that's true,
Squidward.
but I assumed it was also in reference to Doc Ock a little bit. Like, what if the people working on this was like, you know who I really liked as a kid? Doc Ock. Let me just, and they went crazy, you know?
You know what's the one thing in that scene that to this day drives me nuts?
What drives you nuts?
It says that he's a frequent donor at blood drives. He's an octopus.
Oh, I genuinely never thought about that.
God.
Oh,
Yeah, like I mean crazy. Like, wait, he donates blood. He's an animal. He's an octopus. What does that do?
Wouldn't that kill every
I
person
assume
that has it
doesn't
in
do
their body?
anything. As long as it's your blood type, it should be fine.
How would you know?
Well, because they think he's a human, so they know their blood type. They just take their blood and you're like, oh, you're type O. And they just give another person your type O.
Yeah.
Also, this movie, I guess in this movie, just not made for people who overthink things because
yeah, I would say that
when you see
Chance had a lot of questions.
When you see Dave like reveal himself to be an octopus, there's so many other limbs around him. He only shows 4 limbs because he acts like a human, but when he takes his disguise off, he has like 8 arms. Where were they? And that's a skinny body of his.
I thought that he.
What do you mean? They just hide him. He just hides the arms.
I thought that he wraps his arms together to make them into his hands, so that's why it looks like he has fingers. Instead, it's just like a bunch of arms together.
Ooh, that makes sense as well.
No, it doesn't.
It does. He's just hiding them.
Doesn't make sense for an octopus to have
teeth. Are known
teeth.
to be really flexible. Like, you know the scene where he literally fits himself into a jar? An octopus could do that.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think he is just doing what Sergio said, wrapping his limbs around each other.
Oh.
Yeah. There's another question I have, but it relates back to the first Madagascar movie.
What?
Remember how we see all the penguins, Skipper, Kowalski, Rico, and Private, they're all in Antarctica, and how they first met?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're drifting on a piece of ice, and they're from Antarctica, and yet they somehow end up in a zoo in New York.
Yeah. They're drifting ashore and they got picked up.
They drifted. Yeah, exactly. They drifted
in New York.
Yeah, that's just like what happened with Alex. Yes, Alex was originally poached by these hunters, but then his box fell out and started drifting ashore as well. It's the same thing.
So they survived an entire trip across an ocean.
So did Alex in a closed crate.
And I still question that.
Sound like a you problem, dude.
If Alex can come all the way from Africa to New York, the penguins can come from Antarctica to New York. It makes.
How did he get the fish?
What fish?
Alex had a fish when he was taken out of the box. He had
because the song it says, "I'm a fish out of water, lion out of the jungle." Because
I didn't get in the box.
Shut up! Because the song says he's a fish out of water, but he's a lion out of the jungle. Because it's a comparison. That's why.
Oh, I was just gonna say there was a hole in the box and the fish was in the hole.
No.
How did he not drown?
Because the fish was in the hole.
Because it'll be a really short movie if he did, Sergio. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Yes.
What? Sergio, not all movies need logic. This is supposed to be my escape from society and logic.
Society.
Exactly.
All right. You want to go to our ratings?
Yes.
All right. You two go first. Sergio, you go.
I have a hard time pinning this. I think maybe a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5?
All right. Okay with that.
Because it's a fun movie, but it's not something I would want to watch because of how great it is. It's just like a really fun time to watch something. Sometimes, like you said, to just get my mind off stuff and be funny.
I see. Then we definitely rate movies differently. If I really like a movie, I'm probably gonna give it a 4 or 5. If I didn't like it, it's getting a 1 or 2. It's just based upon how much I like it. I would give this movie a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it all the way through, and I think the humor still stands to this day. It's pretty funny. I enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, I say I give it a 4 out of 5. I had such a really fun time watching it, and I love stupid humor, and this is all it is. It knows what it is, and it just stays in that lane. It doesn't try to be sincere. It just doesn't try to be sad. It just knows it wants to be fun.
Nice. Okay. I don't know if I should be happy that I influenced him to like this movie or be mad that now he likes this more than How to Train Your Dragon 2. I feel conflicted right now.
I don't.
I wanted him to like this movie, but at what cost?
I won, but at what cost?
What? Why? So you're mad that I liked it?
No, I just said I'm conflicted. I'm not mad that you liked it, but I don't know how to feel that now I know you like it more than How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know. I feel very confused right now.
We discussed this so many times.
I understand, but I don't.
Fine.
That's
okay.
the best way I can explain it.
Fine. All right, whatever.
Well, I'm happy you like this movie, if that's what you're getting at. Because I did want you to like it. That's why I wanted us to do. No, I genuinely am happy you liked it. I'm the one who suggested we do this. You didn't want to do it.
I didn't. You're right.